Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Yolanda and this is Consulting with Yoli. In today's video, I just wanted to remind you that it is okay to start afresh. It is okay to start brand new, to turn on the new page. It is okay for you to rebrand yourself, to rebrand your whole entire life. It is completely okay. You are allowed to show up tomorrow as a new person. If you've been timid all your life, but tomorrow you feel like, you know what, I want to step into my power. I'm going to be more vocal. In fact, I've got something I need to address tomorrow in the office. It is okay. If you're deciding that, you know what, starting today or starting tomorrow, I'm going to be dressed a particular way. This is going to be my rebrand. You know, if you're a girl that never wore heels, for example, tomorrow you're deciding, actually, I would like to be. Why not? You are allowed to do so, and you do not need to consult anybody, not even your friends, your boyfriend, your mom, nobody. You don't have to ask for anyone's permission to be yourself or to rebrand, to wake up tomorrow and do whatever you want. It is okay. I don't know why we've made this thing of rebranding of ourselves, or of stepping into our power, or of really, presenting ourselves in a different manner. I don't know why we've made it seem like it's a difficult thing to do. It is not. Actually, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but I know why we think that it's hard, or why we've made it so hard. Do you know why? It is because we care about what the next person thinks. We care about, what do other people think about me? What are they going to say? Perhaps before you even started, on this new rebrand or this new version of yourself, you've heard people laughing like, nah, you would never do that. You've kind of hinted that, you are going to gym and so forth, and people are looking at you like, not you. Not a person like you. Who do you think you are? Remember, those people are projecting, hey? And also, you can't be mad at them because they are used to you being a particular version of yourself. But literally tomorrow morning, you can wake up and be somebody completely different. But when that happens, though, you're going to need to be able to weather the storm. The storm will come in terms of people's comments. There might be nasty comments. It could even come from a best friend of yours, a person who knows where you've been, where you're coming from, how hard you've had it, And when you start coming up as this new person, you dress well, you smell nice, you look good, your hair is taken care of, your nails are you're just on point. Your friend will start, making funny jokes. And because these jokes are coming from a person that you trust the most, you might find yourself going back or falling off of this bus that you're on, the bus that's going to lead you to success, to this new version of yourself. So it is okay to make new life choices. And you do not need, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of Nicki Minaj, the fact that now she's all MAGA. Do you understand? She's supporting the president of the United States, Donald Trump, right? And I love how she went about it. Usually, I'm a huge fan of hers, by the way. Usually when she's about to do something, she kind of hints, this is what I'll be doing, obviously, especially for her fans, Bobs, this is what I'm going to be doing, be on the lookout. Like you could just tell, you could just sense, especially as a fan, that okay, she's kind of hinting, that this is the route that she's taking, therefore, everybody needs to kind of follow suit or be understanding. This time around, she did not make any announcements. She did not consult, not even the Bobs, in fact. She had just decided, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to endorse Donald Trump. I'm going to do. She just decided. And she caused what? Havoc. She caused havoc. But in the midst of this havoc, when you see her, when you hear her speak, this lady's at peace. She's at peace. She's walking in faith. Like, she's got this confidence. You can't put a word, you can't put a finger on it. You know, she's so courageous. You don't even know how to describe what the heck is happening. You don't know whether you should hate on her. You don't know whether you should support her. You don't know whether it's about politics or it should just be about the music. Like, you're so confused because this person, they didn't sit down and actually negotiate. No, they just decided, this is what I'm believing in. This is the rebrand. These are my beliefs. Take it or leave it. Love me or you don't love me. It doesn't really matter. If I lose fans, it doesn't really matter. I gain you as a follower, as a friend. Oh well, thank you. I lose you. Oh well. Like, that's what we need to do. That is exactly what we need to do. She doesn't even announce that she's going to go on whatever podcast or whatever. You just hear rumors and then she just confirms it. And when it's all said and done, that's what you need to do for yourself. That's what you're going to need to do for yourself. You have a right to reconsider your life choices. If you feel like the way that you've been living is not the best way, it's okay to decide, you know what, today, no meat for me, or, simply water, no fizzy drinks or energy drink, all of these things. It is okay. And in the office, if they start, making fun of you, making funny jokes to bring you down, that thing of people who are, I don't know, they pull you down syndrome, that kind of a thing. It doesn't matter. You need to be ready for that though. Because again, similar to Nicki Minaj, what is happening? Her name is being tarnished. So you don't step into a new version of yourself and think that things are just going to cruise and, everything's just going to be seamless. In your real life, within you, things should be. They should be seamless. But in the outside world, it will seem as if you are falling apart. No, you're not. No, you're not falling apart. No, you cannot fall apart, especially once you've tapped into what you really want, what you really and honestly desire. You can never fall apart. That's why even the bad guys, they win. It's because they don't compromise. They don't compromise, you guys. Have you ever wondered why an evil person, for lack of a better word, why is this person who's unkind, they don't give out as much as you do or as much as somebody that you know, but they seem to make double the money. They seem to be more honored. It's because they are true to what they do. They are true to their struggle. They're true to their cause. That's how the universe works. You have to be true to your cause. That's why also you would find a mean person, they have a lot of friends. How? You're the nice one. Why don't you have friends? It's because you're not true. You're not authentic. You don't stand your ground. You don't stand your ground. Whereas with that mean person, you can always respect them because they stand their ground. If they don't like you, they just don't like you. Do you understand? If they look down on people, they don't sugarcoat, like, that's just who they are. Or perhaps that's who they've chosen to be. So we need to stand our ground. We need to be truthful to who we truly are or who we truly want to be. And everything shall fall into place. Everything shall fall into place. So please, if tomorrow you wanted to, I don't know, go to work, wear makeup, put on your heels, and everybody else in the office, they don't do that, do you. Do you. Life is way too short. Life is just way too short. Because also when we are not walking into our in our truth, when we are not walking in our purpose or our rightful cause, we cause havoc. You're gonna think this havoc around you is caused by I don't know who. It's actually caused by you. It's caused by you because you're so unhappy now. Therefore, everything around you, it'll shake like this. There's nothing that will be stable because somebody's lying to themselves. And they know they're lying to themselves. So please, if you want to rebrand. I remember, again, let me just make this example or share this story. In my previous job, I never wore heels, right? Because I felt like I might have been the tallest. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna wear heels. Imagine being the tallest in the office and then you wear heels. I'm not gonna do that, right? And then also I noticed that, management, the people really that would wear heels, and they were actually a bit shorter than I was. So I didn't want the thing of not being on their level, wear heels and then come across as if, I don't know, I didn't want to shine. Actually, let me just put it like that. I didn't want to step into who I truly am. I didn't want to embrace who Yolanda is. Do you understand? And I never did. And whenever I looked at them, I'd look at them and be like, I wish I could actually do that. How I wish I could actually do that. And then I was painted with the brush of, that's not who you are, this is who you are, you could never. I can't be mad at the people. That's how I branded myself. But if I wanted to change anything, I needed to step out of it. But guess what I did when I started a new job? At the new job, I started to wear heels, literally every day. Now, at the new job, now they know who I am. They know what I like. They know what to associate with me. And even on days where I'm not wearing my heels, people are like, something is different. What's wrong? You're not. Are you okay? They're so concerned because I've got a brand. I've got a brand that I've created. And it's okay if I decide I don't want to wear heels because obviously I don't feel like it. It's okay if I want to change. But you can't now feel bad when you've rebranded and people have something negative to say. For example, for me in this new job, when I started to wear heels and most people aren't necessarily wearing heels, this one girl was like, are you going to maintain this? Actually, you don't. She thought just because I'm new, that was the reason why I was wearing heels. She kept saying, just because you're new here, it's okay not to wear heels. I mean, none of us wear heels. And then I remember thinking to myself, nah, this is a trap. I don't want to fall for this trap, because the minute I don't wear these heels and then I want to rebrand and start wearing them, it's going to be so difficult. As a result, now when I don't wear my heels and I know I'm supposed to be wearing it, already they remind me that this is not who you are. We don't know you to be this person. Do you understand? And then obviously I pick myself up again, and I know, because also I know, when do I not wear my heels at work? Sometimes it's because I'm literally going through it, and sometimes I feel like I have a lot that I need to do and I'm going to be sitting down, for example. But that's not an excuse. In my job, I sit down, I go around, I do everything. It is not an excuse. I need to pick my struggle. Do you understand? I need to pick my struggle. So please, 2026, I don't care if it's March. I don't care if you do this in June. I don't care if you do this in July. Just because you didn't start 2026 with this new version of yourself, this new rebranded person, it doesn't mean that it's too late. It doesn't mean that, you will need to do it next year. No. You can do it tomorrow. In fact, you can do it tonight. There's a routine that you want to start. You thinking of starting it next week. How about you start it tonight when you get home? You can. You are allowed. Remember, God gave you the free will. You actually can. And there's nobody you have to ask. No permission required. Just you nodding and saying, yes, I am doing it. This is who I am. This is who I want to be. Therefore it is. It's done. No questions asked. For as long as you're not harming anyone. In fact, you're not even harming yourself. Who cares what everyone else thinks? Who cares what they think? Take care of yourself. I will see you next time. I love you. Mwah.